So what is a tort? Well, tort law is an area of the law that is extremely important. Law students in law school are going to be looking at tort law on day one of law school because it's a foundational aspect of a law school education. And there's a reason for that, and you're going to learn what that is now. First, the definition of a tort is a civil wrong. It's where one person or persons creates damages, creates a harm to another person or persons. When this happens, usually that victim, the plaintiff in a lawsuit, has suffered losses, financial losses or otherwise, and they're looking to get compensated for those losses. So they sue the perpetrator of their losses and their damages. And that person is defined as the tortfeasor. The tortfeasor is not necessarily a criminal. They may have just committed an act out of negligence that doesn't arise to the level of criminality. So what do? Well, you sue them. You take them to civil court. Remember, there are two different types of legal cases, generally speaking. You have criminal cases, then you have civil cases. In criminal cases, again, we're talking about the potential loss of freedom. In civil cases, we're usually talking about some sort of equitable remedy or damages that the plaintiff is asking for in order to be made whole. And that's what a plaintiff in a tort case is looking to be. They're looking to be made whole. They're looking to be returned to the financial position that they were in before you caused the harm or you committed the tort. So in a tort case, there's a different standard of proof. It's much lower than a criminal case. And let's make a note that, generally speaking, torts are going to be separate from crimes, but it doesn't necessarily mean that a tort and a crime can't arise out of the same set of circumstances. You can have a tort that is also a crime, and vice versa. So, in tort, again, the standard of proof is preponderance of the evidence, which doesn't mean that, like in a criminal case, you have to prove evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. You can simply show that it's most likely that the tortfeasor did commit the tort that they are accused of. And then the judge will find, most likely, in favor of the plaintiff and award them damages. We're going to talk a little bit more about remedies in tort cases and other civil cases, but usually in a tort case, the plaintiff is looking for damages. What is the damages in this type of a situation? It's usually cold, hard cash. So that gives us a brief introduction to torts and tort law. Now let's move on to the next section.